Good morning. I'm Anthony Wigg, owner of Hulk's Barbecue, aka Hulk Smoked Beef and Hog. I'd like to welcome you back to our channel for our second episode, which is going to be on the infamous babyback ribs. As everyone knows, us babyback ribs are something that we're known for along with our briskets. So today I'm going to take you through the process of rib selection, why I like to choose it myself, the prep of the ribs, so the trimming, seasoning, basically getting it ready for the smoker, the entire process. So I hope you find it nice and informative. As always, if you like the video you see, keep in mind this is just our second video ever. Please like and subscribe. It helps us get these videos out to you. Okay, so welcome back. One of the first things that I like to do myself is, and I've learned this through trial and error myself, is I like to go to Booker's, which is just around the corner. I like to go through and I like to select the ribs that I want instead of relying on what's delivering to me, so I can pick out the quality and the size of the rib that I want to cook for my customers. We've been caught out a few times when you get deliveries. They're not the quality, they're not the size that you're looking for. They can be a bit hacked up. So me myself, I like to go and. Okay, so here's the ribs that I went and picked out from Booker's. Going through a few boxes, finding the ones I like. These are just the standard babyback ribs, free carne babyback ribs, come in a box of 10 kilos. Like I said, in all the boxes you can find some different stuff. You can find tiny racks of ribs. You can find ribs that just have like all the bones hanging out of them. But like I said, I like to go through and select the ribs that I want. So these are the ribs. So we'll get to it now and we'll start prepping them. Okay, so obviously first things first, you need to select your weapon of choice. I've got my trusty old butcher's knife, aka brisket cutter, aka rib slaughterer. Definitely my favourite knife. So let's get to this. Obviously first is you've got to get in there and remove all the packaging. So, as you can see, the quality of the old ribs themselves is pretty good. Not too fatty, not too hacked up. There's a little bit of bone showing, but still quite a lot of chunky meat on there. So, these will smoke up just nice. So I'm going to trim these bad boys up. So depending on what we're cooking for, as a rule, I used to take this membrane off all the time. But I found now leaving the membrane on helps keep your rib, helps retain some of the moisture and keeps it a lot moist. I think keeps it a nicer bite. So we just need to trim these up a little bit. Don't need much. Just making them sexy. Okay. So basically, you're just cutting off anything that you don't want to cook and sell. So generally these are when you can go and choose these yourself. Obviously you're looking for something that you know, you're not going to be wasting a lot of. So, like I said, these are these are pretty good. It's really only the end rib that's coming off. There's a little bit of untidiness there, but it just takes a second to swish that out. Okay, so there we go. We have 5 racks of Babyback ribs. Okay, they're trimmed. You don't need to, you know, get any more carried away. We're not in any competition here or anything like that, so I'm just going to clean them up a little bit. Okay. Okay, so now we're going to go and season up these bad boys. So, you know, first off, on the back side of these ribs, well, the old membrane's there to help protect it, keep it nice and juicy. I just like to go on with the old salt and pepper, really. So don't be afraid to get it on there. I like salt. Salt's good. And there's a membrane there as well, so. And then we go on with the coarse ground black pepper. So not wanting anything special, you know, no massive amounts. This is the backside. So yeah, nice little bit of pepper tinge on the tongue. So always do the backside first, so then when you flip the rib over, you have the presentation side. So you obviously want to keep this side looking as sexy as possible. This is the side that people are going to see. This is the side people are going to be looking at. So yeah, you want this side to look good, to show your finished product, to show what you've been doing for the last 8 hours. You don't want it all hidden or upside down or messy. So now going for these Babyback ribs, I used to use a binder with them, so I used to put a bit of mustard on them or something to help the seasoning stick. But I've found through thousands of ribs that I've been doing, just you don't need a binder with these guys. So again, come back with the salt and pepper. Not so heavy because this is just going to be like a base layer. Okay, salt. Again, just a fine dusting of the coarse ground pepper. Then we're going to come back with my own seasoning that I mix up myself. So there is no name for it. It's just my my pork seasoning I make up myself. It's for me. This one isn't for sale. This is what I use at home. Essentially, it's the same as what's for sale. There may be a tiny bit of difference with the heat. In here there's a bit of jalapeno, just to give a bit of a nudge on the tongue on the way down. So there we are. Our ribs are now nicely seasoned, so we're going to go and let the seasoning sweat in now. So we're going to wait until it looks like it's drawn some, the salt's penetrated and drawn some moisture up to the top. Then we'll get them in the smoker. So I'll bring you back and just show you what they look like after about 10 minutes of sweating in. Yeah. Okay, as you can see, this has probably been about 15 minutes. Wouldn't be any more than that. I've just chopped up some spring onion in the meantime. But you can see now how the seasoning has started to sweat in. The salt is penetrating and is drawing the moisture of the ribs to the surface. You can see the shine, a wet spot if you will. You can see where the salt's penetrated and it's bringing all the moisture. So now the next step is now get these bad boys on the smoker, and I will bring you back when they are finished and give you a peekaboo. Thank you. Right, welcome back. So roughly 6 hours later, this is the finished product. They're about to come off and get wrapped, and then I'll just go back in for about another hour just for the glaze to set. But as you can see, beautiful colour. They're temping around 170, 175. So we'll wrap them, get them back in up to about 180, 185. Okay, just a quick go through how we wrap it and get it back on. So straight off the smoker, straight on some foil. You go down with a bit of barbecue sauce. Doesn't matter what barbecue sauce we use. It's just going back in for the glaze. Okay, we go down then with some brown sugar. Okay, don't be scared to put it on. More the better. And then we go across the top with either a bit of maple syrup or honey. Today, so that there's a little bit of variety in what we have, we're going down for a bit of honey on these ones, and we've got some syrup ones in the fridge. So that's the seasoning. So then we just give him a wrap. I like to keep it presentation side up, so it doesn't stick in all the juices and stuff when it's getting to temp in the smoker. So it's all wrapped up in his little foil boat, and he'll go back in the smoker now for about an hour. And that's it. That's the entire rib process.